Hey guys, your boy Sean Bellamy back with you another video here on my Fly Goes Fly channel. And yes, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be going over a few things here on my new video here on my Fly Goes Fly channel. And we're going to some good news and some bad news, but of course we're going to start with the good news. You guys know it by now. Howie Roseman pulled off a really good trade and really helped again improve this team and adding an impact player that we're about to go over right now. That player that we traded for was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. The Eagles traded with the New Orleans Saints, and here are the details of the trade. The Eagles received safety Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and the Saints' 7th-round pick for 2025, while the Saints got the Eagles' 5th-round pick for this upcoming draft in 2023 and a 6th-round pick in 2024. Now, obviously, I don't give a damn at all about that 5th-round pick that we gave up for next year or that 6th-round pick we gave up to 2024. I don't care about that. I don't care. We got the Saints' 7th-round pick for 2025. The best thing, obviously, on this that came out of this trade and this details, I got my notes right here, is us getting a safety, a hybrid talented type player in CGJ, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That's the biggest thing to come out of this, because going into this season, even though Howie Roseman done a good job on improving our offense, getting Jalen Hurts some weapons on defense, really making our defense kind of like stand out. Like if our defense is healthy, I was like, okay, we could be a really, really good defense. But I always thought the one weakness we had was the safety position. I know people say they expect the young man Marcus Epps to make an impact and have a breakout year at the one of the safety spots, but I still thought we needed another safety to line up alongside him and be part of the secondary. And us getting Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I thought really, really did that. Like I said, I think this is right on paper. It's a fleece. This is a steal, whatever you want to call. The Eagles basically gave up nothing. They gave up like a bag of chips just to get a proven. Like I said, a lot of people told me he's a hybrid type player. You can line up CGJ Gardner-Johnson, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. You can line him up in the slots at times if they need him to, or you could put him back at safety, which is obviously I'm pretty sure he's going to be a majority of the time he's going to play. But he's great in coverage. And he also has this, I also wrote this down in my notes because I watched some highlights for him. He also brings this type of, this grit and trash talking attitude. Like he really knows how to get under the skin, is what a lot of reporters were saying. He knows how to get under the skin of players he's going up against. Like he is the type, he just seems like on paper, the perfect Philadelphia Eagle to have on your, to have on your team. Like the type of guy that you would hate to play against, but love to have. So I can't wait, man, that if you see him put on the Eagles jersey and see him go to work. So I thought this was a great trade by Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman has absolutely killed it. You can argue he's been the best GM since the start of the offseason, from the beginning to the end of the offseason. This man has done everything which I got to give him his flowers, because I was one of those people that was hard on his ass and was pissed about the moves he made these last few years. But he has really, really stepped up. You cannot say anything but good things about Howie Roseman for what he's done with this team. If you look at this team on paper, which I'm going to get to after I get done reading the Eagles' projected starting defense. When you look at this team on paper, the Eagles on offense and defense, and special team, if you look at this team on paper and they're healthy, the Eagles can absolutely be a Super Bowl contender coming out the NFC. I'm not going to say if we was in AFC, it might be a different story. The AFC has so many loaded teams. The NFC is wide open. NFC is wide open, man. And adding a guy, like adding another player in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson that can impact your defense, and let alone in that secondary, I don't know how you can have the arrow pointing up for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Like we look good, man. I'm not sitting here saying Super Bowl guaranteed or dream team or none of that bullshit. I'm just saying, on paper, man, we look like a dangerous team. We look like a dangerous team, and it really just comes down to and notifications. It just really comes down to, obviously, Jalen Hurts' play. That's one thing that I'm gonna talk about too in a little bit. But yeah, so again, all that stuff I said about us getting Gardner-Johnson was great. I'm proud of that. Now the reason I wrote down in my notes, because there was reports or people saying why would the Saints let go such a young player. I think Gardner-Johnson is 24 years old. I could be wrong, but I know he's a young player. He's not an old player or anything like that. But the reason I guess the Saints ended up trading him, even though a lot of people said Chauncey was, obviously a good player for the Saints, was because, in their words, the contract extension talks broke down. There was no communication after they couldn't really agree to an extension, and maybe Chauncey felt like he obviously deserved to be paid more or whatever, and that's when the Saints would say, instead of taking a chance on losing him for nothing, they're going to just trade him to the Philadelphia Eagles. But what you can argue is that they really didn't get much back for him. Again, a Eagles 5th-round pick for 2023 and a 6th-round pick for 2024. I mean, I don't know, maybe it could turn into something, but on paper, I think the Saints got fleeced. I think they just feel like they just need to get rid of him. I don't know. Maybe there was something else deeper behind the scenes we did not see. But again, I'm happy. Thank you so much, Howie Roseman, for this trade. And I think he's done a hell of a job with this defense. Speaking of which, I actually wrote down, I saw some people write down as well, the Eagles' projected starting defense. And listen to this defense does not tell me you're not excited. At defensive end, we have Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham. Defensive tackle, you have Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis. Also on the defensive tackle, you have Javon Hargrave. Sam, S-A-M, strong side linebacker, Hassan Reddick. A lot of people forgot we got Hassan Reddick. A lot of people for some reason forgot that. Like, I saw some people saying, yo, dude, they added dudes, but Hassan Reddick's kind of like flow under the radar of one of the signings that we had this year. Linebacker, TJ Edwards. Linebacker, Kazir White. That was one of my favorite signings this offseason we got from the Chargers. Thank you, Chargers. Again, so yeah, we said linebacker, Kazir White. Cornerback, Darius Slay. Don't need to say nothing else. Darius Slay's top 5 corner to me, or at least top 10. Cornerback, James Bradbury. Nickel cornerback, Avonte Maddox. And safety, Marcus Epps. And now safety, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That is our projection, our projected starting defense going into the beginning of the season. On paper, dude, that defense looks crazy. I literally wrote down in my notes, is this a possible top 5 defense? I 100% believe so. If the Eagles defense can stay healthy, and John Gannon, our defensive coordinator, who a lot of people, including myself, wanted him to get the hell out of Philadelphia after this first year, as long as John Gannon does not do nothing stupid with these players and put these players in the right position to succeed, and we stay healthy, our defense I bet money, is going to be top 5 defense in the league. That defense from the line to the linebackers, from the D-line to the linebackers to the secondary is good. I honestly believe the Eagles is a team you don't want to run into later in the season. I really, really believe our defense is going to be very, 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 very good. And now I can move my notes out the way because I'm done with that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this defense, and I think adding CGJ, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I think will really bring a more toughness, and just more, like I said, that attitude that I'm going to, get under your skin. I'm going to do everything I can to really get to you. I really think is going to add to that team. This team, Eagles defense might be one of the most hated defenses by the end of the year. I'm telling you, that defense is going to give teams fits. So yeah, saying all that before I move on to the next thing, y'all see in the title of when I'm going to talk about next. But Jalen Hurts, this is like a little side thing on the video. I believe in Jalen Hurts, again, because at this time he's our quarterback. I'm not going to say I'm completely 100% sold on dude, but that's the best thing about the situation that Howie Roseman did, adding on to all these moves he made. If we got 2 first-round picks, a lot of people don't know and forgot. The Eagles got 2 first-round picks, I think, for next year's draft, for 2023. 2 first-rounders. I believe it's this year, next. I believe it's 2023. The point I'm making is the Eagles, if Howie Roseman doesn't see, or we don't see the Jalen Hurts, everyone has been saying expect to have a breakout year and all this other stuff, we can clearly flip that into a quarterback in the draft early, or maybe for a quarterback a veteran quarterback in the NFL. Who knows? The point is, we are set, man. I want Jalen Hurts to do well. I really do. I don't want us to have to go out there and get another quarterback through the draft or free agency or whatever. But here's the thing. We don't need Jalen Hurts to be Superman. As long as dude does his job and does not F it up. Don't be a turnover machine. Just do what you have to do. Dude, this team is going to go places. I know the defense got to take care of themselves and everything like that. But I'm telling you right now, as long as Jalen Hurts does what he's supposed to do, especially on that offense, our team, bro, we're going to win a lot of games. I really do feel like we're going to be a threat for the Super Bowl this year, definitely coming out of NFC. The NFC is wide open. It's wide open. I know the Rams are still there. I know the Buccaneers are still there. After that, there's really no other team I can see the NFC that's going to give us really like big problems. AFC, of course, you got the Bills, the Chargers, the Bengals, all the Ravens, and you got teams like that. There's plenty of teams you can look at and say those are Super Bowl contenders in AFC. NFC is wide open. That division of ours, if we take care of business, the Eagles can really walk out with a clear runaway in that division. And I know it may come off like I'm not sold on the Cowboys and stuff like that, but dude, they lost a lot of pieces while we've added a bunch. I am super excited to see what this team looks like, man. Just please stay healthy. I really do feel like this team is going to be nice this year. Now, the other thing, like I said, that was like a little side note, far as like good news. The bad news thing is, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. We kept Jalen Reagor. Yeah. We kept Jalen Reagor. The 53-man roster, I believe, like I said, was finalized, and he's on the roster. I think the Philadelphia Eagles official Twitter page released a whole video showing and say, hey, guys, welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles final 53-man roster to this year, blah, blah, blah. And he's on it. The word around the NFL was the Eagles was trying to trade, and they thought there was a trade almost locked up with the Minnesota Vikings for a late draft pick or something like that, but it never came through. So through all that, he never got traded. He did not get cut. So he is on the 53-man roster. Again, I'm going to say this right now. I'm disappointed in that because I really don't see where the hell... Man, I really just don't see what the hell the Eagles going to do with him. I honestly think maybe special teams is what they're going to try to do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm completely disappointed that they brought him back, man. But and I've said I hope I said this in the beginning of the video that I shouldn't be surprised because if they were trying to trade him and not just cut him and release him, there's no value out there for him that I'm pretty sure any team did not want to take on. A team had to be absolutely desperate at this time to want a Jalen Reagor because, again, he has not shown that there's any value for him to really go at him. And if there's any value, like I said before, any small value, it was because how young he was. Because, he's not an aging veteran or anything like that. He's still a young guy that can still turn his career around. He has plenty of time. And again, listen, as long as he's wearing those colors, those Eagles colors, I will support when he's out there. But again, I'm just speaking being as objective as I can. Just because he has, just because he has those colors means I'm not going to be critical of dude. Because again, I don't know what the hell they see in him that he deserved the spot over a couple guys that got cut that I thought could have absolutely took that spot. But he's on there. If you put him on a wide receiver depth chart, obviously I would have him at 5th. Looking at the way our A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Zach Pascal, or Quez Watkins and him. So there it is. There's your 5 right there. I mean, you could probably switch Quez Watkins and Zach Pascal, but my point is, no however you ring it up, Jalen Reagor is going to be a 5. He's not going to be a guy out there that's going to be taking away a lot of guys' minutes. So yeah, I don't know how you can't blame him for trying if it is true, if the reports were true that they were absolutely trying to get rid of him, but it just did not happen. So that is that's it. So there again, it was a little disappointing news on that end of this video, but don't get it, twisted. I am super happy. I cannot wait for this season to start. I really can't, man. I know a lot of Eagles fans, we get our hopes up and stuff like that, and our mental health slowly goes down watching this team and watching the Eagles play. But listen, I am 100% sold on this team. I think we can definitely do some really good things if they stay healthy and they just do their job and do what they're supposed to do. This team on paper, at least, that's why I keep saying on paper, because the game's got to be played. But we really, really, really are set, in my opinion. I think Howie Roseman really sent a message. That this could really be a team really to watch this year. I cannot wait. But that is it, you guys. I am out. Peace.